NBA. You know, you got to bounce back. You got a game the next night or whatever. So last night was a very disappointing loss, probably one of the more disappointing losses of the season. And but that doesn't help us tonight. You know, we got to be ready to play against Boston.
And how do you feel like your guys are, connected through this?
I think our guys are really good guys. They're high character. They get along. They're prepared for every game. They take losses hard, but they always bounce back.
Coach, just the impact that Evan Turner has had with you guys in fitting in with his team.
You know, Evan's been really good. He got off to a slow start. You know, obviously there was a lot of attention given to his signing and him coming to Portland. But I think if you look at the last 20 or 30 games, you see he's really played well. He's been an important contributor for us. And he's accepted his role, whatever it is that night. You know, defensively he gives a great effort. He's feeling more comfortable with the offense. He's finding his shot and finding his teammates.
What about being a locker room guy as well?
Everybody loves his personality. I mean, he's you guys here in Boston know he's a fun guy to be around. He's very intelligent. He's got opinions and not afraid to express them.
Do you have an Evan Turner story for us?
No.
He had a bunch of them last year.
I'm not a storyteller.
What's been the difference? Why has he turned it around?
You know, it's just a comfort level. I don't know if people appreciate it's not easy coming into a new situation where everybody's kind of the same and finding your way and not wanting to disrupt whatever was going on before. And you know, I'll use the example the previous year. Gerald Henderson and Mo Harkless were both new to the team, and it was January before either one of them really felt comfortable and kind of found their groove. So I think people expecting just immediate assimilation to a group it's not that easy.
Terry, that seems like the top 7 teams in the West are kind of separating themselves, and now it seems to be like an 8-team race for.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a run.
Yeah, is that tough to prepare? You guys had high expectations, but now it seems like you're going to be fighting the entire year for that spot. I mean,
yeah, you know, this has been disappointing so far as the standings go. But we are in the race for a playoff spot, and we've got a lot of games to go. So that's the positive. In previous years, with the record that we have right now, we'd be looking at a different scenario. But you've got 7 or 8 teams looking for that last spot, and it's probably going to be pretty interesting.
Is it tough to identify, are you the team that everyone thought you were, or are you the team that is the under 500 record? Is that?
Well, nobody identified correctly what type of team we were going to be last year. You know, predictions and things like that. Granted, it's been disappointing. We had higher expectations and expected to be further along than what we are. You know, I don't want to get into reasoning or rationalizations for it, but it is what it is right now. And with 30-some games to go, or whatever we have left, you know, we still have a chance to make the playoffs and make it a positive season.
Are you better defensively now than you were? Is that?
No, we're about 28th or 29th, so right now we're not very good defensively.
Terry, what did you think about your lineup change last night?
I thought that the lineup that started was effective. I mean, it was a positive when it was on the court. Obviously, we got off to a good start. You know, second half we didn't get off to a good start, but on the whole, that lineup did a good job. You know, the point of changing the lineup was more to change the rotation than change our starts, and it gave us a different look. Chief getting into foul trouble kind of changed things up through the course of the game, but I was pleased.
What worries you as an opposing coach having to deal with a player like Al Horford?
You know, I think he's a winning player. I think he showed that in Atlanta. He's showing it here. He's versatile from an offensive standpoint, playing inside and playing outside. He's a team-oriented guy. He showed he's a winner from college. He plays the game the right way. I think he's you know, he fits in really well with the style of play that they have here.
Coach, Pat Connaughton is a Boston guy. It's a little bit of a homecoming for him. Just some thoughts on what he's done with you guys the last couple seasons?
More than anything else, Pat's a great teammate. I think he really fits in well. He's a very smart player. He's good to be around. He's good on the bench. He's good in practice. He's good in the locker room. Obviously, he hasn't gotten a chance to play a lot, but I do think he's really improved over the last year and a half. You know, what's being asked of him at this level is different than what he did in college as far as being a two guard and doing what he does. But he's very competitive, and I've really enjoyed having him on the team.
Ted, there was that Orlando game where you actually stuck him in there when it was a 1-point game late in the third, carried over into the fourth. I mean, what was the scenario there that enabled him to get the key playing time, you know?
Well, part of it was I'd have to check, but I think injuries probably had something to do with it. But you know, I trust him because he is a smart player. I think he can go in and you know, whether he makes a shot or not, he knows what we're doing. He's tough-minded. He's going to compete, and I had a lot of confidence in him to put him in those situations.